Hi everyone, Dennis here. I know this last week has been a very difficult one for all Americans who wanted to see the war brought to an end. After all, you elected a Democratic Congress in November of 2006 specifically to take a new direction in Iraq, and that direction was out. Unfortunately, the Democrats have now put ourselves in a position where we have created the circumstances for President Bush to continue the war through October. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable to me, and I know it's not acceptable to many of you. So what can we do about it? Well, the first thing I want you to know is the talk that, well, the votes just aren't there needs to be explored a little bit more closely. The fact of the matter is, it's a routine item in Congress when Congress just refuses to produce a bill to fund something. We do not have to produce a bill to fund the war. We can use our power to withhold creating any legislation for the purpose of funding the war. Then the President will have to use the money that's in the pipeline to bring the troops home, or face impeachment for refusing to do so. You know, it's really time for Congress to stand up to this President who keeps dragging this war out, who keeps saying, well, we're going to keep funding the war to support the troops. What kind of thought is that? This Congress has to understand that the American people are relying on it to end this war. Now, as you know, in the alternative, I've created a bill, H.R. 1234, that sets the circumstances for the end of the war. It's the plan to end the war, but Congress has to take the first step in saying no more money. And so I'm urging you to follow the progress of this debate, and we'll be in contact frequently on this as I bring you up-to-date reports about exactly what's happening in Washington. What happened this past week wasn't very pretty, and we have to now begin planning for this autumn when the funds will run out, for a whole new approach that insists that we are not going to continue to fund this war. Those who are running for president have a special obligation here. Most candidates have voted anywhere from 90% of the time or more to fund the war, and every time you vote to fund the war, you fund to keep it going. And so we need to challenge everyone running for president to stop funding the war. And we need to challenge everyone in the Congress to use the power Congress has to say no. And we need to challenge our president. Start listening to the American people. Be honest with the American people. I thank all of you who are committed to peace, because peace is inevitable if we're ready to take a stand for peace. War is not inevitable unless we just stand and watch events unfold and pretend that we can't do anything about it, because you believe you can do something about it, because you're organized and contacting people and organizing people to change the outcome. Then peace is possible. So let's continue our effort and our commitment. This is Dennis. Thank you very much.